Hello, my friends. My question for this reading was, what do you need to know? What are you not looking at right now that you need to pay attention to? And what I got was this card, number 31. Why? Essential meanings. Motives driving intention. The power of knowing the why. The Oracle's message. There is great power in understanding your motives right now. The Oracle asks you to be very clear about why you're asking this question, looking for this answer, behaving in this way, and most important, making this choice. Knowing your why is the key to fulfillment. When you are clear about it, your intention will then be a magnet for miracles. Motives define the nature of your experience. When you think about something, feel it, and then act on it. This invisible why is the life force energy within the seed, which brings it to life and holds the potential for growth. All right, so the important thing here is that we are illogical, and our whys don't always make sense. And we may not know always why we are actually doing something. So that is your question. Why are you doing whatever it is that you're doing? All right, so first up, who are you? Is this your reading? Maybe you already know the answer because you are very clear on your whys. Honestly, I don't believe it, but it's possible. All right, we have the crocodile and the nightingale. So we have a water sign and an air sign. Let's see what else. I know the crocodile is more of a lurker who bides their time and is very careful with the use of their energy. Let's see if I can find it. Sorry, this book is not. The creator of this deck is Kim Kranz. She's a wonderful artist, very thoughtful in what she writes in her books, and really terrible at organizing them so that you can find things. I should be able to relate to her well. All right. Crocodile, resting, submerging, collecting energy, cooling off. Do you need to cool off? Something got you heated up? Why? Why are you reacting this way? Why aren't you making different choices? The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward. Now is not the time for decisions, action, or discussion. The crocodile's mantra is wait. This doesn't mean lying around hoping life's challenges will disappear. The crocodile is much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering our awareness, observing, and building energy. Fill up your vital reserves so that your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. If you want to be wise, you need to know your why. When in balance, wise, patient, a silent powerhouse. When out of balance, feels stuck, lashes out. Probably impatient. To bring into balance, rest, Makarasana pose. I don't remember. I have no idea which. I've heard the words. I don't retain them. I don't know what they mean. Okay. Nightingale. This is about the voice being heard. Perhaps being seen, but not really, because the nightingale is a very drab-looking bird. It's easy to overlook. But its voice is amazing. So nightingale, fearless voice, speech, communication, or song. The song of the nightingale is otherworldly. This simple brown bird, almost unnoticeable among the flashy plumage of other birds, transports its listener to the realm of poetry. Nightingale energy is with us when we write, compose, and especially when we sing. It reminds us that music heals the deepest wounds. This card indicates a need to open the bridge between the heart and the voice. Is there something you need to say? How long has it been since you sang? Turn it up, write it down, and let it out. When in balance, sings, speaks freely with kindness. When out of balance, shy, a lump in the throat. To bring into balance, music. So perhaps you need to spend some time alone listening to some music, singing or writing or dancing. Sorry, I'm more of a dancer than a singer, so that's my preference. Let's see, what else? Let's get some tarot cards. So the question is, what are your motives? It seems like you're overlooking something about your motives, because that was the question. What are you overlooking? So what is it about your motives that you're overlooking? Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is about resting and rehabilitation. However, you have it as a crossing influence. So perhaps you don't want to move. You are the crocodile, conserving your resources. Perhaps, finally, coming to terms with some of your fears in regard to finances. So, or maybe abandonment. Five of Pentacles is, it's not only scarcity mindset or lack mentality, it's also this being left out in the cold. So there can be abandonment issues here as well. And we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So some sort of aha moment, insight, is not happening. It seems you are blocking it. What about this insight? King of Wands and Ace of Wands. So this is passion and creativity, but this King of Wands can be a bit fiery, shall we say. Hot-tempered, tyrannical, wants things his own way, impatient. Most of all, does not want the responsibility of being a king, of being a ruler, of being a grown-up, being in charge of their own emotions, and having to be an adult. But now we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Oops, come back here. What do we need to know about this Four of Pentacles? Eight of Swords in reverse. That's a card you want in reverse. So, the Four of Pentacles in the upright is also a card of fears about losing things. You see, there's a squirrel. It's got all its nuts standing on them, stuffed in its cheeks, holding on to them. Very much afraid of losing their nuts. But as I said, this card is in reverse. So perhaps this lack mentality is easing up, but there seems to be some sort of concern for your foundation, your physical world foundation. What's going on? in your life that is making you feel like everything is unsteady. But perhaps you have both the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Perhaps you are changing your mindset on this. Perhaps you are letting go of your old ideas about this, these ideas that you thought were fixed and could not be changed, or you didn't want them to change. And yet we still have this Ace of Swords, this insight that you are not allowing to happen. It may be that your pentacle world, your material world, has become unstable. I mean, it looks like you're letting go of it, more or less voluntarily, but it could be that it's become unstable as well. Am I holding this upside down? No? Okay. What about this Ace of Swords? I'm very curious. What on earth is going on with this Ace of Swords? A Queen of Pentacles in reverse. All right, I'm going to put it here because we were asking. Oh my. There's a High Priestess underneath that. But didn't come out, so we're ignoring it. So a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody who is controlling, rigid, very much wanting to keep this mental prison firmly in place. And it looks like they're not very emotionally healthy either. This is a closed heart chakra. So, not acting out of love or a place of love, but more out of control. Just lots and lots of control. Now we have the Seven of Cups. I think this person wants you to stay under their control and is providing you, saying, look, see, you can do this, 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 and this. That you have all these choices that would still leave you under their control. And the thing to know about the Seven of Cups is some of those choices are illusions. And if they're all going to leave you under the control of another person, male or female, again, no gender in tarot, then are they really choices? Wow. Now you have the Ace of Pentacles as a crossing influence. You had the Ace of Pentacles earlier, didn't you? Or am I imagining things? No, it's a different reading. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. So, a new beginning. I think you've got what? Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. So lots of new potential here for you. I'm not seeing... yeah, here it is. Ace of Wands. You have all four aces. So there's definitely something beginning. Something new coming into your life. Soon. Yeah. And I think you had better know your why. Because with this all this new opportunities, new choices, new ideas, what are you going to do with them? You need to know your motives and not be operating from your shadow, from habit, from childhood wounds, from unexamined ideas and emotions. And I know a lot of you don't like to examine your ideas and emotions and why you do things, your motives. But it's very, very important. If you want to make the most of all this newness that's coming up in your life, then you are really going to have to dig down and figure out why you're doing what you're doing or not doing. And do you want to be in control of it, or do you want to let someone else be in control of it? Because clearly somebody else does want to be in control of it. Do you want to take your life in a new direction? Or do you like the way things are? Because it doesn't seem like you want the way things are. You've got the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So it seems like your pentacle world is falling apart, or is being reshaped in a big way. Don't be fooled by the illusion of choice. Make sure it's real choices. You need to know your whys. You need to know your motives. You need to understand the motives of the people around you, especially if they're having a big influence on your choices. All right. Know thyself, right? Good luck.